All right, welcome back, everybody. And we're back for another installment of the Russian front. You can see what's going on with the months now, and the weather was going to start being a key element in the game. I'm going to pull back here a little bit because we have made a lot of progress. Luckily, let's start off with the weather determination. And I definitely got lucky on a die roll because everything's fair. And that is not going to last long because further on in the table, there's a lot of weather minefields, so we say. But right now, everything is still fair. And believe me, I've taken full advantage. And we have gone down to the all the way through here, like I said, turn record phase. Now, the victory levels, they got them clearly marked here in the red. I didn't notice that. Well, I did, but I never put one and one together. Like, sometimes I'm a little slow too. So there they are. We still got 3 months till victory conditions, and as a matter of fact, I've had a little little uh, emails from my opponent, and I'll let you in on that here in a little bit. But let's get right to it. Um, we went ahead through there. He has one partisan factor, and I guess he determined that I wouldn't be moving too much by rail because most of my stuff were isn't. I don't use rail movement much, or he's just saving his factors. Put it that way. So he didn't use any partisan. This is the first time the partisans have come into effect, and they will affect my rail movement. But like I said, there's really not much going on rail wise that I'm moving yet. Out of supply replacement steps, I did reuse my replacements. I don't get that many. I only get about 8 or 9. And now my reinforcement steps. Let me let you in on some of that. I brought my reinforcements here on Kongsberg, right out of Kongsberg. Now let's start going on with my movements. And another thing on my replacements, you can see everybody's used up all the replacements, everything. But as for my allies, I saved them up. If I get one more replacement next turn, unlike the Soviet player, I can recreate some units. And I'm trying to go for maybe this air unit to help me out down south there. I really wanted that this turn in this month, but wasn't meant to be. So that's what that 3 on the others is doing, trying to save me up some replacements, rebuild that air unit. Now you build them up by factors. He's got an attack factor of 2, and it costs 2 per. So it cost me 4 replacement factors, and I have 3. So let's get on with it down here. You can see I moved the I'm assuming that's Italian forces on out. I'm just making me a little defensive line there. Units that moved this turn are turned sideways. You can see I added a little bit of German reinforcements to this Romanian unit. Coming on up here, and here's the key. I got my, like I said, he's got 2 of my cores were out of supply. I just pulled them back 1. There was no response movement, and that is their final spot. I'm pretty sure they're back in supply. Here are my battles, and I have brought my units on in. You can see a lot of them. Some of them might have been using strategic movement. These guys might have been some reinforcements I brought in from Kongsberg. All the way up here, is that Kongsberg? Let me make sure. Yeah. Also moved my fleet down there in the protection of some minefields in case that Soviet flotilla comes my way. But you can see I got some forces built on up here. Take care of old Warsaw. There's not going to be a push for Warsaw yet, but if these battles work out the way I think they're going to, this little offensive is going to come to an end. Plus, I just want you to look at the battlefield here. We got some battles going on, and you can see my armor movement as I went ahead and took advantage of the rule by engaging his units in battles to where their zone of controls are negated, and I moved the rest of my armor on up there to their extent. I also kept the rail lines going on. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I might be out of supply. We'll see. I just been made to push. Looking at the gates of Moscow. Another thing, though, is with these battles, you can see the battle card is definitely full, and there it is. But and battle 11 and 12 got the Blitz units on it, so they'll be resolved first. Battle 11 and 12, trying to make that push. I'm pretty sure I got my supply there. So it's always one. It's one over. Remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's out of supply. I better check that out. Bring him back or something. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. There's some battles I don't anticipate. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. I didn't think too many of them were too bad of odds. And as a matter of fact, my opponent emailed me and said if things work out battle-wise, he was wondering if the game was over. He used the words "game over." I said, "No, not yet. Hang in there." But I'll tell you what, this force here is pretty much unstoppable. These battles here in the fall before the winter comes will be key. But and I still got to move units up here. I haven't moved my units up here. I just wanted to drop you in and see what's going on because I only got a few minutes here. But here it is, big push on to Moscow. And my strategy was to take Moscow, get rid of these factories if I can. He didn't evacuate yet. I'm moving him pretty good, so I want to move up pretty quick. And like I said, solidify this position, hold off here if I can. I don't see any offensives coming from up here, and making a big swing down south, cutting them off. So far, it's working out real good, but we shall see on the Russian front.